Hi guys, this is Dr. Farjana. Hope you guys are doing amazing. Like always, it's such an honor to connect with you. Today, I'm going to share a simple strategy that you can use on how to not be controlled by habitual emotions. How to not be controlled by your habitual emotions. Step one, you want to ask yourself, what emotions am I addicted to? Notice those internal emotional patterns. Not only do you want to identify what emotions you're addicted to, also identify what actions trigger it. I want you to get really specific. So what do I mean by that? For example, what emotional states are you usually in when you wake up in the morning, right? Identify what emotional states get you really, really sad. And you want to know what those are specifically. For instance, it can be, I'm addicted to being mad at someone in the family because they didn't listen to me. I'm addicted to being sad when loved ones are struggling. I physically start to get ill. That's specific. It's identifying the exact emotion. And in addition to it, you're also identifying the action that triggers it. So I want you to get really, listen, the way to become a self-aware, higher conscious person, conscious on a higher consciousness level, is by knowing what emotions trigger you, what actions trigger you. And when you're aware of that, when you get into those habitual states, emotional states, you're able to detach, right? Detach from it in a healthy way, knowing that these are just habitual emotions and not who you are. These are just an addiction to these habitual emotions, and that's not who you really are. The goal is to not be addicted to those emotions anymore. So when those actions do occur that trigger you, for instance, someone not listening to you in your family, or work overwhelm, or colleagues being catty, or being when you get sad when loved ones are struggling, you're able to handle it in a more objective way versus subjective, because now it's not a trigger anymore. It's not an addiction to that emotion anymore. So again, what do you do? What are the steps? Ask yourself, what emotion am I addicted to? How do you identify those? The ones that you usually wake up with, right? Or when you start, or the emotions that you start really internalizing. Notice those internal emotional patterns. Not only identify the emotions that you're addicted to, but also the actions that go along with those emotions. Get really specific, write them down, and then notice them when they occur. So now you're not controlled by it anymore. Sending you lots and lots of love, Dr. Farjana.